going on here?
We got roller cam. Doesn't look like there's been anything in that intake.
We'll have to drain that oil out.
Done did that.
I
thought you already did it.
No, I put fat on it. I filled it full of marble mixture and diesel fluid and freeze lake there.
We probably already put a gasket on that first.
Yeah, I'd say. Sometimes those help.
That's a lot of impact for putting on intake holes.
So Carl, tell us the project we got going on here.
This is a 1992 Camaro, mint condition, straight off the showroom floor. We're going to do a little customization, and it's probably going to go on that fancy car auction on the television there.
There you go.
Today we just want to get the motor running. You know, it's been sitting on the showroom for 30 years, something like that. So let's get an intake carburetor on it and run an IV drip, see if we can't make a rumble.
Going to add a few dabs of silicone here on the intake runners to get the gaskets to stick. That'll help prevent these gaskets from sliding out of place when we actually go to set the intake down on it and bolt it up.
Alright, time to do some artwork. I think that leaf needs to stay in there.
That leaf's in there. Not dead center either.
That's alright, we get it done. I'm picking leaves out of it at the moment. Getting the silicone all over. I wonder what happens if you take the side that says this side up and put it down.
Maybe we should try it and see.
Oh, that's interesting. If I didn't know better, I'd say them heads have been port matched.
What?
I said if I didn't know better, I'd say them heads have been port matched.
They match the old gasket?
They match that Pro gasket perfect.
You know, now that I'm looking at them, they don't look machine factory, do they? No, somebody has worked them.
That silicone's supposed to make it stick, but it doesn't want to stick.
Maybe you need a bigger dab.
I think so.
These old gaskets aren't exactly the straightest. They've been sitting around for quite a while.
That out, dog.
Yeah, at least you ain't holding the cat match tail or something. I think the car's over with the dog. That dog's ugly. Oh yeah, that's stuck it a little better.
That's more better. They're safety in the socks on the rooster, ain't you know how they.
We'll just put that right there. Called rust prevention.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go. He's trying to be black.
What the hell we had going on here?
I'd say that's where they made it turn.
Mm-hmm. Somebody wanted to know if she was froze up or not.
Yeah. It was froze, right?
It was froze.
It was froze. It was stuck in it.
Marble mystery, you'll cut the hell.
Now these things will just stay there. This is what happens when you pull gaskets out of a filing cabinet that's been in there for 20 years. Sometimes they ain't always perfectly flat. Considering this motor was stuck a few hours ago, we're not going to waste good gaskets on it.
You let it down off the jack down.
It don't matter, I have to crawl up in here to reach it anyways.
Okay. Somebody can't even fall off. Yep. I don't know what we've done again before.
They have 4 of them to start with.
We'll have that all day.
You should have come help me today. You had a blast.
I'd have had a lot more fun, I guarantee you.
Playing around with the backhoe, loading junk.
Yeah.
I even had Lucille smile on. Figured out a good way to get her to roll her eyes too. I tacked the front of that Studebaker frame to what was left of that Colorado frame just to be able to roll it around. I wanted to save the Studebaker frame, so I hooked the backhoe bucket to the front of it and was just going to try to shake it around and get it to break off. I couldn't break it. I hollered at Lucille. I said, "I tell you one thing, I might not be an operator, but I'm one hell of a welder." She just rolled her eyes, turned around, walked away.
Did it have these studs in it, Brandon? Yeah.
We get one more bolt in it, I'd call it good, because these ain't going to fit no how. The 2 center ones on each side.
Yeah, didn't you?
Here's your
5/8. Who, me? Carl.
I will wing it over.
The first head in. That's what we need. Oh, it's that. Well, we got it's back there. Stretch.
That's a cool fucking trick.
Yeah,
We're out of you.
I forgot. They don't stay on there. I broke the snap. Lock going off there.
Good to know.
It's on, over
there. That's a 9/16 too. So
We got another one right here for now.
That's the one I was using earlier. And
We could have got that one from right here.
It's turned down low, so I can't ride it.
I like to ease them in anyway.
Let's snug down a few of these intake bolts.
I really don't want to fire it up before the car's close to being ready. Because I know what's going to happen if I do. Everybody that stops by will have to start it up, rev it up for them. I'll have 30,000 miles on it before I ever get it out of the garage.
Before we try to turn this motor over, we got to get this old oil out.
That's not good.
Water.
Yeah. And I only had about a quart of water in it.
Condensation build up there.
I don't know. That's black as coal. I don't see no glitter. That's a good sign. Did it act like it had any? Well, you didn't crank it over. You just turned it by hand, didn't you?
Let's go ahead and get some fresh oil put in here.
I've heard that he's pretty fucking knowledgeable about shit.
He's smart. He's supposed to see if he can do my car wherever I get my cam and stuff. But he said he thinks his stuff's too fast to do it. I guess his gears or whatever it's got to be. Or mine's an LT1. I don't know.
It takes different shit.
Yeah. So I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do about things.
I know what I'd do if I was you.
What?
Carburetor. That ought to be enough to keep her from blowing up
I got a
anyways.
motor down there at the house. I thought about putting in it, but
But here's the thing with I rolled some that's pretty good ways around. Tight spot. I mean, it might be low on juice too. We got a better battery. That's good. Yeah, I just hand tighten the bolts that was in it was too long. I put a couple of nuts in it. It's like I give you love. Well, you got shoes on. Snap-on man wanted too much for a jump pack. I just used to go buy it and then got gas.
I don't know, but if I was him, these motherfuckers quit drinking over there.
Just blocking off some vacuum lines with some hoses and some bolts here for now. Just getting this thing bumped over on top dead center so we can drop the distributor down in.
First thing every morning when I get to the shop, I just lay down on the floor and roll around.
The floor, so you look like you done something. You take your ass around for 10 days.
So it gets good little Hey, let me look at my number one before I stick plugging.
That's right, he got one of the paint
Just gonna double check and verify top dead center with the bore scope here.
Somewhere between $800 and $900. If it was snap on, it would have been about $15,000. Yes, some of it does pretty good.
Oh, that's the same one you looked at over when we put them in.
Yeah.
How's that, Carl?
Good.
Honestly, in the morning.
That's pretty close to top dead center. Especially are we a little before or a little after? I think we're top dead center. What do you think?
That's it, buddy.
About as close as we're going to get. Can't get no lower that way.
Motherfucker ain't got enough lead. Pants on the right, he's fucking there. Hey, lad.
You was worried about a 9/16 for that distributor, and it's got a header bolt in it.
Yeah, boy.
Yep. This one will go straight to the back. Whoop-ah, whoop-ah. Flat screwdriver, anybody?
Right here in front of me.
I see my curly word thing in there.
You point it toward number one.
Top dead center, pointer direct at number one, hope for the best.
Yeah, you put the distributor in, so they don't even crank. They ain't gonna help it crank.
Oh yeah, we get some fuel and fire and they'll crank better.
Oh, you think? I don't.
I gotta hang it down there so I don't step
I
out.
don't think you'll change your head, bro.
Yep, you're just a negative Nancy. I got my filing cabinet of HEI distributors. And I brought the one I thought we'd have the best luck out of.
I can't tell you how many of the things we got down there. We got a few.
I ain't got a gasket. Oh well.
Oh, yeah.
Not like this is a final build anyway. We'll try to get some plugs out in the meantime. That can't be in time. It dropped right down in there.
I know, right? They never drop in that easy. It was about this point we realized we brought a distributor over with no rotor button on it. Luckily, a buddy of ours had one right down the road and he ran to go grab it for us.
Got the real light springs. Should be all the time.
You see the goddamn muffler on this thing?
What?
On this car.
A new flow master.
Huh?
That's a new flow master.
I got it. Looks like a brand new muffler.
Yeah.
My plugs are missing. Alright, some bitches get there.
Yeah, they are.
What we're doing, they don't need to fight. We're just need to be in there.
Yeah, okay.
Don't worry about the rest of the pipe and all that shit.
Let's go ahead and get the rest of these spark plugs put back in here now that we know we got it on top dead center. Yeah, it has.
Well, yeah, it got stuck in here, didn't it?
Just went down the house and got my brand new one. Yeah, it's already assembled.
Well, that's what I thought I brought.
There's enough stuff in there. We'll put a motor together.
Might be a tooth off, but we don't get it.
See that red one on there, Brandon?
What?
That red car on that guy with the trade. They go back to skate shit on it. $4,500 for it. On brake and something.
It's fine too. There's another one under the door.
I think that one under the car is mine. I don't know.
See another one over there.
What is it?
I think they're looking for a pocket. I think. I don't think.
The one right here. I'm probably mad. I can do it.
I'll bring all
I think this is the only
I think
thing.
it's too far. Come on. Just give me one. Just one.
They didn't like the wheel I got out of the burn pile down there.
When you drop your distributor in, you want to make sure your rotor button's pointing towards number 1 cylinder here.
That's a good point. It is sticking up quite a bit when it drops in. That's probably good. Let me say, everybody watch your finger. Got so much compression now, we barely turn over.
You sure that's what that is?
That's what we're gonna say, dude.
Let's get this distributor cap put on. Let's strip this hot wire here, plug it up to the battery, give the distributor a 12-volt source. Let's move on to the plug wires and get those knocked out. Yeah, I know everything's a mess, but we're just test firing this thing for right now, making sure the motor's even going to run.
First thing I want to do is get it off that Tundra.
Let's fill the fuel bowl on this carburetor up with a little fresh gas.
Alright, now this is going to work.
Actually, I'm going to jump in that Tundra and ram it through that garage backwards. Burn the buggy, Tundra, car, trailer, all.
I think he's putting some gas down there. He's planning on burning it all. I think he's trying to do a bowl up on the truck.
Yeah.
He acts like fucking David. He acts like this is my first fucking road.
I didn't say shit.
No, but I think you turn around and go. Did you?
I didn't say nothing. I shook my head, yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
I didn't say shit.
Say shit.
Next time I'll shake my head nose in. I'll shake my head nose.
I didn't hear no.
Did we check to see if we were getting any spark?
No. Here, Brandon, stick your tongue
Fucking
in there.
fire.
Yeah, that one. Stick that screwdriver in it and lay it against something there.
Preferably, maybe. Yeah, fuck it. Fuel line ought to
Yeah,
work.
fuel line.
Spark?
Hmm?
Did you see it?
No.
Fire?
Light Oh. off of it might help.
Oh, no.
Try it again. You do have it hooked up to the right side, not the back side back there, don't you?
Yeah. But I forgot to hook the bottom doohickey and the top doohickey to make the doohickeys work together.
Yeah, that'll help a lot right there.
Yeah. Guys, I told you I hate wires, and I've got twice as many that I should have to deal with.
Let's check and make sure the distributors provide the spark now that it's actually plugged in. We got spark.
She forward.
No.
Just a little drink. Oh!
Some good looking stuff coming out fuel line over there.
I don't think we got enough fuel in that damn carburetor to do that.
You like them new gas nozzles?
Oh, I love it.
I
need that in the carburetor, Carl.
I know it.
That one's busted. Just getting there, start running down on Paul's hands here.
You wanna put it in?
Yeah, yeah. Where's that quick plate thing you got, man?
I don't even know if it's sharp enough to cut past it.
Oh, I just need to shove a hole through it without killing myself.
I had a little drill bit earlier and didn't break it.
Good job, man. Gone.
I'll try to get the trunk open.
Didn't even turn it halfway around and snapped it, did we?
That one good bite.
Let's prime this carb again.
Oh, I got it. We gotta look through the things and have Probably not the kind we were referring to, but yeah. I know it didn't run very long, but it sounded decent.
I heard one tick.
Didn't hear no clack, clack, clack.
Yeah.
This thing's gonna fucking overflow here in a second.
Don't rev it up in case that motherfucker decides to kick the gear one way or another.
Hey, speaking
As long as it's going forward, it ain't going nowhere.
Told me he was sitting in there fucking frying on that shit.
I was. I was in there with a hammer and everything else beating on it.
I assume it is in there.
Man, Ridge
Put
is
him
like
hard.
ran over him, yeah.
It ain't going forward. He's got to come along chain hooked to the
Either go
axle.
sideways or something.
Tell you what, I'm glad you grabbed the two-cycle gas. That's good for these old stuck motors.
Hell, it wasn't.
It was.
I don't think our jumper cables are doing the job.
There they are now.
Scared the fuck out of me.
God damn, some of the transmission fluid everywhere.
And she breathes life once again.
One week that thing up. I don't remember cutting him, Brian.
Hey, now look when they took the radiator out.
I ain't drinking the rest of that pop. I appreciate you getting it.
Oh, hell, come on, Carl. He'll loop you right up.
All right, made a slight timing adjustment.
Got to get no
And we got tranny pressure too. We better quit before we smoke the transmission.
Well, it looks like we might have just saved this junkyard destined Camaro after all. Thanks for watching, you guys. Keep an eye out over at the channel for all of our content to come. Be sure and hit that subscribe button. Huge thanks to all of our sponsors. We really couldn't do this without y'all. We'll catch y'all next time.